Talk to me about building, about your agency. When did you start? How did you start? And then we'll just kind of go from there.
So we started sharing the opportunity kind of like inconsistently, like not really taking it too seriously at the beginning of 2020. I worked with a few guys, and one of them had his license because he was doing health insurance. The other one didn't. And obviously, we all know what happened in March and April with the pandemic and, everything being shut down. They didn't start to take it seriously as I did with sharing this opportunity until obviously once FFL, in my opinion, blew up in April when we had our one of our biggest months because of what happened, you know. Um, and once I saw how the opportunity was able to affect other families, that's what did it for me. It wasn't about the money, you know. Then I thought it was so cool that I could literally share this opportunity that changed my life with as many people as possible to hopefully change their lives. So it was about the summertime, July, maybe August is when we went all in with Career Builder and ZipRecruiter. And literally that first couple of days, that's when we found, and Ivan will know, Jonah Lewis. The dude is just like a monster. I don't know. He's just like the Energizer Bunny. He's just nonstop. And it's been so cool to see him. We contacted him. He actually reached out to my wife, who's my recruiter, and he was moving from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Got an apartment with a buddy of his in Chicago, Illinois. Already knew a little bit about health insurance, but I helped him get licensed for life insurance. And I was just watching his growth over the last several months. It's just been unbelievable. He's actually flying in tomorrow on Saturday night. He's going to stay with me. We're going down to the Fort Lauderdale conference on Monday. But things like that, stories like that, where we can really change people's lives and put them in such a better situation by what this opportunity can do. I mean, that's just satisfaction that money can't buy.
Okay, so he reached out to you. How do you go about? You mentioned ZipRecruiter and obviously the cold market thing. Are you doing any warm market hires? And if so, when you talk about sharing the opportunity, what does that sound like? Look like for you?
Warm market's very hard because that might be like somebody I worked with or like a family member, and it's always like they don't believe, like they don't believe it. My niece actually reached out to me about doing this and then just kind of fell through the cracks. You're talking about somebody that's 23 years old, just graduated from FSU, is running around doing Instacart making 2,000-3,000 a week, and that's comfortable. But then what I'm doing, making, obviously that and then some in a day, no, it's not real. No. I don't know. So there's much more skeptical mindset in my opinion. And then you got other cases like a guy I went to school with, I haven't talked to him in probably 14 years or so, 15 years. And he was doing door-to-door solar. Door-to-door solar. Imagine, midsummer day, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you're walking around the neighborhood in, dress clothes, I guess is what they wear, knocking on strangers' doors, doing cold sales for solar. That's horrible. And he reached out to me because he saw something that FFL tagged me in, and it had to do with a business that has leads, of all things. A guy doing door to door reached out to me because he saw something that had to do with leads. Now he did 17,000 in his first month. It's just light bulb.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the power of sharing and just being present on social media. Because like I tell people all the time, like somebody's always watching.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time before they see it. And it's happened to me recently, and they say enough is enough. I need to know exactly what it is, if it's something that I can do, and if it is, how do I do it? So from an agency building perspective, where are you now, as far as an agency is concerned, numbers wise?
So we're doing numbers now in 2-3 weeks that we're doing in like 5-week months, just a handful of months ago. Actually, the IP report just came out, so just bear with me here.
Wow.
So We just finished just under 500,000. We did 481 for the month of March.
Nice.
76 total agents. So that's 76 actual producing agents that have been helping their families by just simply buying leads and helping other families. I
Yeah.
mean, that's just, it's crazy. Obviously, in April, 5 weeks, we're going to just blow that number out of the water.
Yeah.
We've just been, just like everybody else, it's all about leads, 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 leads. And sometimes it's the, purchasing of leads, like the, actually wanting to spend. The lead spend is always the challenge. So sometimes I just, hey, listen, are you going to go to work? I'll send you a list of leads. And as soon as they get a hold of that first, the first client, the first 2-3 appointments, and they get a deal, then it's like, all right, light bulb. And then it just goes on from there.
Yeah. So just to put it into perspective, started October 2019, started sharing in January, February 2020. And a year later, you have an agency basically doing 500 grand a month with 76 agents. Okay.
That quick.
So for those people that think it takes forever, it's, just about a year, basically. In all actuality, from 0 to 500,000. So I think anybody can endure that and kind of figure that out.